All I can say is whenever I was around him, his mind was clear, his judgment was good, and he was on top of his grief.
Well, case closed. All right, guys, let's all go home. Nothing to see here. Because Bill Clinton says that he was as clear as day and he was just the best. He was just swell the entire time.
Right.
But look at that debate, for example.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in the 10 days before his debate? And what were the White House staff thinking? He went to Europe and back twice.
Yeah.
And then he went to California once.
Yeah.
And he was 80 years old. What the heck is he doing that for?
And sick. Yeah. And
So
sick.
why was that allowed to happen? So there's a lot of questions I don't know.
Just loving this. Just loving this. They are tearing each other apart right now, right? Between Jake Tapper's book, Karine Jean-Pierre coming out. Now this guy's doing the rounds saying that what they're saying is full of it, and the cackling hens of The View are saying, yeah, he was in Europe and this and that. It is just fantastic. I mean, you couldn't write it any better. It's great.
No, all I know is I think we should think less about that and more about the future.
So, a couple things. Everyone that says that type of stuff, I'm like, well, then maybe we need to get you checked out. Because all of us saw what was going on. And you're saying that he was alert the entire time behind the scenes? Sorry, that just doesn't smell the smell test. The second thing is, what are you guys thinking blaming the staff? You know what happened the last time Jill Biden blamed the staff? You got anonymous quotes from the staff as well. So I don't think that's going to be beneficial with the people that have a treasure trove of evidence. Now you're bashing him, blaming the staff of the president's mental decay.
All right, so there's a couple of things.
Decay.
Yeah, you're
Decay.
right. He did travel back and forth. But if you can't travel back and forth as president, you got the wrong job. Number two is you still had 5 days to relax and go to debate camp.
Right.
For 5 days. And what you did is rest on the lounge chair, walk out, and be totally incoherent during rehearsals. So I have no patience for that. Number two. Number three is you should be able to do a debate with a cold, all right? We all play hurt. So you're not able to run the country. And what about the people behind the scenes who said he had 8 cabinet meetings in 4 years? What about the people behind the scenes who said he couldn't work in a couple of hours a day? But there was no follow-up questions on The View because he's looking to sell a novel that he clearly didn't write. So he says there and goes out there, good luck with your reputation. Bill Clinton, another reason not to pay attention to Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton has to say that, y'all. He's not going to go after another president. That's just decorum. That's what they do. They're all loyal to one another generally, especially a Bill Clinton. He's not going to go after him because he was.
Why not?
Because he doesn't want to go after someone in his party that was also a president and has health problems. He just said, I never saw it. Maybe they hung out 1 time or 2 times. But to your point, Lawrence, if you're going to go after someone, then you have to be able to take the heat, because that's what's happening with Karine Jean-Pierre. She wrote this book. She's announced yesterday or 2 days ago that she's becoming an independent and is releasing this book. And now Axios is talking to former Biden staffers, and they're all anonymous, and this is what they're saying. At least they claim this is what they're saying. They're saying, was one of the most ineffectual and unprepared people, talking about KJP, I've ever worked with. She had meltdowns after any interview that asked about a topic not sent over by producers.
She didn't know how to manage a team, didn't know how to shape or deliver a message. We said
So the fact
and
that
often created more problems than she solved.
The fact that the White House press secretary is getting, questions, from producers, that should be a headline right there in and of itself. I mean, granted, these are anonymous sources, so take it for what it's worth. But I mean, if you're the press secretary, you should be on the ball at all times, no matter what gets thrown at you. You should be able to, take a haymaker, shake it off, and come right back into the game. But it's no shock that these people are saying these things about Jean-Pierre, because, come on, let's be real. She was a lightweight at best, diversity hire, LGBT. She had all the check marks. She stayed there for way too long. I mean, on average, I see press secretary maybe a year, a little over a year. But you got to cycle these people out. I think she was there for like 2 years. It felt way longer. It felt super long. I don't know how long. I got to check. But it was definitely one of the longest runs I've ever seen for a White House press secretary, and she was terrible at it, absolutely horrible at it. So I don't know what she's thinking about with this book. I mean, she's going independent now, so the people on the right already don't like her, and now the people on the left are not going to like her because now she's talking shit about the people on the left, or essentially, ostensibly, that's what it's going to seem like. But let's see what else I got here for Kate. if you can, please give me a subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Like, maybe share one of those two things. Let me, give me a hand. Let's see what else the video has here.
All right, the amount of time that was spent coddling her and appeasing her was astronomically compared to our attention on actual matters of substance. So we know that they tried to fire her. Anita Dunn tried to get rid of her. We know that Jeff Zients tried to get her another job. She would not leave. And we know she had a publicist during that time. And we know she didn't start writing this book in January. We also know you were there to spin for the president on his policies. But what really bothered people the most is she had nothing to say. Catherine Levitt comes out and says, this is what Trump says, this is what's his policies. That's what McEnany did, that's what Perino did, that's what Jen Psaki did. But now we know that Jen Psaki knew the policies, so she didn't need to be briefed, and now we know there was nothing of substance happening behind the scenes. And she was so unprepared for the actual issues, she couldn't even get her way through a briefing.
Right. This is the problem. We knew this, and we said this, and when people said this, they called them racist. They called them anti-LGBTQ.
Like the
It's like, we got to stop rewarding people for reporting something 4 years later.
But when you look
It's
at Caroline
plagiarism.
Levitt, she's asked a question, she nails it. Right off the top of her head. When you looked at KJP, I thought in the beginning, let's give her some grace. But even at the end, she was flipping through that notebook. Peter Ducey's starting to ask her a question. She finds out what the question's about. She goes to her tab, like Brian has his tabs here, and finds, oh, this question's about trade. And then she goes to that page and she just read off whatever they told her to say. So, and that continued. I wish her all the best. I don't know her personally. Sure, she's a nice person. I know that's a really hard job. I would think hardest job in the
I don't
world.
wish her the best.
Me
but-
either.
I don't wish her the
Me either.
best.
They all
You don't
cheat.
wish her the best?
She lied for 4 to 2.5 years. She was so jealous she wouldn't let an admiral speak about military things. And number 3 is she now is looking to profit off lying. So I have no patience for her.
Well,
All the rest of them,
then people don't have to buy the book.
Right.
Don't buy the book if you don't
Please
agree
do
with
not
it.
buy the book. I beg of you.
I'm Steve.
And there you go. KJP, man. She was something, man. Yeah, that was an interesting run. She was totally inept at that in that position. She just wasn't fit for it. She should have had maybe a 6-month ride, and they should have said, listen, we can find something else for you but this is not your thing. Like you can't just thumb through a book and just read. I mean, we could just issue we could just issue out statements at that point. Like there was no reason to have a Q&A with her if all she's going to do is just give you the boilerplate, out of the book responses. You can just, have AI do that. I mean, that was ridiculous. That was one of the, and again, it was a long time she was there for, a long, long time. And Bill Clinton, how sad is that? I mean, it's it's not surprising. We all know that. But yeah, man, just terrible. They're floundering around. They don't know what to do. They're all at odds with each other. I mean, the fact that they're still trying to sugarcoat this Biden thing is unbelievable. Guys, thanks a lot for coming out. Give me a like, share, subscribe, comment. Disagree with me in the comments. We'll have a discussion down there. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.